no news that breaking news Wahala is one of the hottest LGBTQI news in the entire planet. It is no news at all. We think it's hot, we think it's spicy, we think it's drippy. Day by day, week by week, month by month, we are the best in the industry, and we say this with every form of entitlement. Welcome to a brand new episode of Breaking News Wahala for this week. I'm your host, Marvelous Achafu, and we have Chimere Henry in our Toronto studios in Canada. Welcome, Chimere. How are you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Chaffo. I am doing excellently, gorgeously, spectacularly well. And how are you?
I am very, very fantastically, indomitably, honorarily. I am fantastic. I'm very good. So today on Breaking News Wahala, we have a lot of news for you guys. First, we'll touch on the news where Evander Bright, although ONYX, we did the story on ONYX. We'll play the video for you guys so you guys can see it. But we did the story on ONYX when he was rocking a mask guy on Facebook, and ONYX came for us, told us all sorts of names, insulted us, and various other activists too went on this platform to abuse us, people like Evander Bright and the likes of JP Crime Fighter, insulted us, washed us, and then ONYX guys are used to us, and we literally changed the video, the title before, but we had to say, no, we'll change it back and stand by us. You guys have insulted us, let's stand by us. We'll just touch on that a little bit. So for those that have been asking us to react to that, we'll react to that. Then we'll move on to another news, the major news of today, which is the boy that was ketoed. We'll play the video to you guys. The boy that was invited by some ketoists and was ketoed and was beaten, even street naked, and before they told him to run away and leave. It's a very horrific story. And finally, as you guys know, it is the first episode of the week, so we talk about what we did over the weekend. So me and Chimere will talk about what we did over the weekend. Here we'll talk starts now. So first, we'll play you guys the video of what the video we posted. We talked about of ONYX. So you guys just check out the video before we come back.
I thought you didn't want the talking and stuff and stuff. Look at my friend. Yo, what's up? Wait, I thought you did sweat. I need to think for that. Just like your phone.
So welcome back, guys. Now that you guys have seen that video that ONYX reacted to, you'll be seeing screenshots of ONYX talking to us. He reached out to me on my personal Facebook page. I saw it, but I said, me, I don't know. Sometimes I can give it hot back to back. But he reached out to us on Q Talk. We responded to him. Some of you will see the screenshot now. So we'll just give our opinions on what we thought about him calling us out and what he said about us, what Evander Bright said, and what JP Crime Fighter said, and what even JP Crime Fighter has been doing it before, ignoring him, where everyone went as far as calling some of our news fake news. When we even put videos in every of our news, we put videos to match up with every news that we bring. But yes, we refer to us as fake news and cloud chasers on YouTube. We'll just talk about everything tonight. So Chimere, let me start from you. What do you feel about this? Or what would you like to see? The reaction.
First and foremost, it's no news that yes, ONYX was going to react, but the thing that surprised me was when I heard like two other so-called activists that are supposed to be speaking out for the community will be indulging in a market women conversation. I felt like there were more important things for us to talk about. There is homelessness in our community, there is joblessness in our community.
The genesis of the Ali Fournay Center is the death of Ali Fournay, which happened 20 years ago. Ali was a gender non-conforming homeless youth who, at the age of 22, was murdered back in 1997. At that time, there was no kind of safe shelter in New York City for homeless LGBT youth. I don't think at that time there was any kind of safe shelter for LGBT youth in the entire country.
there is a high rate of people being set up in the community. I felt that should be the most, most should be our focus rather, other than just hearsay and gossip. Secondly, Onis Ogaga, we are waiting for you. You said you're going to sue us, so darling, we have our legal unit ready for you. When you serve us our letter, we'll respond to it. But the only thing in my head, or my only worry is that, are you going to serve us this letter in Nigeria where the law is against you? Or are you going to be serving us in Canada? So anywhere you want to serve us, we'll be waiting for you too. Finally, for ONYX, I feel like first and foremost, you had this video on social media. You flaunted it. I felt you were proud of it. If you even go back to watch the videos we made, I was so happy that you were expressing yourself. The first thing when I woke up and I saw his text messages, the first thing I asked is, did you even watch the video to know what we said? He never watched the video because he didn't even know what was said in that video. He only saw the headline and took offenses on the headline. How wish he took a little bit of, just a minute or 2 minutes to watch that video, he would have seen that we did not bash him. Rather, we were praising him and we are only giving our comments on the video. Because secondly, the video looks like what you presented it to be. We had a faced man in that video. We had you exposing some private part of your body. We saw him pressing your nyash. They were pressing that place. So what do you expect us to say? We presented the video the way we saw the video. And I feel the only reason ONYX is taking, offense about the video is because what we said is the truth. It's either you make a porn video or you were intending to make one. Because like, if you weren't intending to make one, what's the big deal about making a porno video? Secondly, what's the big deal of being called a porn star? Are you trying to say porn stars are degraded, or it's a low a stigma in the society? Half of the community, half of our income is from the OnlyFans, and I even heard that he has an OnlyFans. So I don't know why he's taking offenses. So I feel like if this is not true, just bring out evidence and say it's not true. Let the other guy come out and say it's not true. We did not make a video like that. That was not what it was intended to. If you don't own an OnlyFans, also show us you don't own an OnlyFans, because the same people that are pushing you to sue us are the same people that are giving us information that you have OnlyFans. That's all I have to say.
For me, I would just say, no, me, I will try not to talk too much on this episode and say, if you are not ready for bashing, then keep your life out of social media. You post something on social media, people will respond to it, and then you come and start trying to react, or what was it? Dictate how people will react to it. Oh, should not react to it. So should not. That's why the first response, I even shared an apology, gave an apology. That, oh, I'm sorry, to be changed, and I went on YouTube channel and changed. And he said, oh, change it on the Facebook, went and screenshotted Facebook, this and that. And I said, see, the Facebook has been distributed. And whether we like it or not, there are so many groups. I can't be going from group to edit, or WhatsApp group, or everything. It has gone to different. I can't go there and be editing. But one thing that he said, though, that he wanted it to corrected. This is the main source, which is YouTube, has been corrected. Only for me to not get information again from people. People were calling me, different people messaging me, calling me, oh, ONYX is dragging you, and the likes of Evander Bright and even JP Client that you worked on it. They called you guys names, said this or that, some unspeakable things I can't even see on here. People were saying dragging us. And I looked and I laughed and I said, okay, since you guys have resorted to insult issue, let me put it back here. It remains this thing. Change it back. If I think I consulted with Chimineze too. Chimineze told me that leave it like that. It's meant to be like that. And I said,
left alone with me, or I told you not to change that headline. That headline is going to be the way it is because it's a headline. So until you can prove that headline is not right with your proof, come out to the public and say, okay, or if he had come out and say what you said about me is not true, I want a space to express myself and say this, would have urgently let you come and express yourself, or you made a reacting video to prove that what we said was not true. Would have apologized to you publicly. But what did you do? You wrote me a bunch of letter and blocked me. Who does that? So, honey, The headline is going to stay that way. We are professionals. We can, if it was a newspaper, you will not tell us to go and call back all the newspaper we printed to change the headline. Or the next day, we'll now put the headline. And I say we are correcting the headline of saying that you are a porn star. You are just making the whole matter even more. Because now there will be a follow-up video about the same matter. Which if your original intent was to clear your name, it's not doing justice. Rather, it's promoting the thing you said you don't want to be promoted. Sorry. Back to you, Marvelous.
Yeah, like I said earlier, so for me, I just felt surprised. A so-called activist go, you call us names, and I said, see, if you don't want people to talk about you, go and wear a hijab. Maybe you should wear a hijab and cover yourself with a scarf and this thing. But you put that kind of video, that video is trending. That video will gather waves. If you were wearing a hijab and wearing sunglasses and wearing like my kind of hat,
you dress like this.
Nobody will talk about you. And when you come and put such videos online, people will definitely react. And I love what somebody said, even on our Facebook comment. When he came and ranted and shouted, and somebody replied his comment and said, I think it was a lady that replied him and said, but that is the way the YouTube channel seems. It's just like a news. So they are asking the question. You only said it bluntly. And then you call us all sort of names. Oh, name calling. That's where you believe that you have won it, or that's where you believe that, you can win this. Or, and I say, my dear, I'll tell you again, we're a news platform, we react to news differently. If it was by swing, there are a lot of people will have, what's the word? They will have, even ONYX itself would have had a swing letter. Because you're a blogger too. You know what the business entails. You know what news entails. You have to bring this in the most spicy and juiciest way. It is the content that matters. But headline has to be fantastic. Headline has to be out of this world. And the headline was even more.
I just feel you could have talking about the headline. Sorry, let me just remove this from talking about the headline. I feel like the first question we should ask is it false advertisement? No, it's not false advertisement. The headline was suggesting what we said in the original video. Is it part of an opinion? Is that how the video portrays? That's what the video portrays. So the headline is portraying what the video shows, and it's also some community members' point of view. So at the end of the whole day, the headline is still right in the sense that it's doing justice to the video. You're getting me, Mr. Achafo? The headline is doing justice to the video. The headline is not like false advertisement or claiming something to seek traffic, or we are not trying to do for publicity. No, we just wrote the headline the way the two perspective that people view the video. Because one person sees the video, I'm like, okay, what is this? When you see the video, you see a masked person, you see a naked person. What are you showing? Please, darling, I'm pretty sure we are not the only people that say that video looks like an XX rated video. I am sure, because for people to watch it and people to react to it, everybody saw it in one way or in another way, like that. That's my point.
For me, I was just like I was saying earlier, just to round up, I would say it is just very, very. I'm trying to look for the right word. I don't want to say some harmful, because normally, if it was me coming before, I would have come hot on it. I just want to be like I would say I would be the bigger person on this one, and not joining this market woman charade that they are doing. Because for me, it's a market woman charade. Some of the things they said, some things that has no proof, some of them trying to bring down our works by all means necessary. When you can't even do what you are doing for a month, you would run out of data and go bankrupt. You will start begging. But with no NGO.
No, we're not going to go that rate. But at the same time, I feel like we should go on the road that says that we are trying to put the community's interest at heart, and that is why we respond. That is why we take correction. That is why we respond to all your comments and all your corrections you guys give to us, and we respond to everything you say. And again, when we first noticed that you said you didn't like the headline, what did I say? I said I will talk to my second in the screenshot, and we changed the headline because we had the interest of the community at heart. But because you had your own selfish interest at heart, that is why you do the things you do. It's very plain. Our action shows what is hidden behind us.
I said it's one thing for you to complain about a particular story. Like, you can say, oh, fine and good. But it went from even conversations I was having. I said, oh, our YouTube channel, we run the news, or we're like Insta blog like that, we claim to work for the community. Then I showed that, for me, it just showed it, and some things that they also said on the comments. It showed that it's not even only about the headline. It was about like the entire YouTube channel. Oh, these people just hated it. Oh, maybe they would have been happy like the thing was closed down. oh, that it should be closed down and this and that. So I don't know when you come for our YouTube channel, you will definitely become for too. It's just very appalling. Community members need to do better. And I just want to say this with every this thing in you, that will go down any line with anybody. Why I'm just saying this now is because I'm just trying to be like I said, I'm trying to be the bigger person. I'm not trying to exchange words and become the market man. But please, community members should do better. And trying to, if you think that things are social media, I will still say it.
My dear, if we want to be a market woman, we'll be a market woman together. Ha, I don't care. Don't behave like a lunatic. I'll show you lunatic. Anyhow you give me, I give it back to you.
There are many people who report news. Maybe we see what this Tosin Silver Dam on Instagram. We see what it does to Bobrisky and James Brown every time. Every time, always mocking them. Every time, always mocking them. But see how many times have James Brown served him a letter or went to his lawyer? How many times Bobrisky went to his lawyer?
My dear, the way you are saying is like we are scared about serving this letter. Please serve us the letter. Who at the end of the whole day, no be person will first go court, they win case. That is the issue. No be person will first call police, they put for jail. Are you getting my point? You can serve all the letters you want to serve, but the law is the law.
Yeah, I get your point. Like I'm saying again, let me just round up with you so we cannot waste so much time on this news because it's not even my major news. So, like I said again, it's not here. Like I said again, should you say you're serving, how many times have people served letters? People came out dragging celebrities, dragging this and that, but nobody has served letter. And one caption, and you are saying you want to serve letter. And I told him that these are everything, like, serve your letter. Where are you serving? Is it in Canada or is it in Nigeria? Let us know so I will know who will come and defend, whether I'm the one coming to defend or Team Music coming to defend. It's just, to me, it's just like an entire joke. Comedy and joke to me. And I'm still waiting for the letter that will be served. I'm still waiting for the future listing. But I just felt like we have to react to it and just clarify it. So people know that we are in this platform. We talk about news. If you are trying to make us seem like, oh, we are the enemy, what bad or what kind of harmful thing did you say against you in that video? Did you call her this way you're a useless person? And I'm also going to put a video up of me too. Because this person was trying to make it seem like, what's her name? ONYX, trying to make it seem like ONYX have been defending the LGBTQI community members way long before you know. If I'll put up that video now of me before you were called on what's the name of this show? The name of this show, Inside Out on Channel TV, and I was the only member of the audience that actually defended defended cross-dressing. I was the only member of the audience that defended cross-dressing, that stood with it with my full chest. You're one of the panelists, and I was among the audience. And when it was time for the audience to talk, I was the only one that defended. Other people were saying that, oh, it was absurd, it was abnormal, but I was the only one that came and defended it. It takes somebody with boldness to do that kind of thing in a live audience where people can look at you. Because some of them were my friends, like straight friends, not community members, an audience platform. And yet they will come and tell you, you have not done anything for the community member. You are cloud chasing.
I would like to support ONYX fully 100% because in the world we live in now, whether I like it or not, people want to shape you. Like what I always tell people, don't judge a book by its cover, but by its content. Cross-dressing now has become a thing that people look at you and say you are demonic, you are satanic, because I had a friend, when I become a journalist, before, if you asked me before 3 years ago, what do you feel about cross-dressing? God forbid, I can never do it. But when I had a friend who was doing it, before I learned about this cross-dressing thing, then when I felt like this was the same person I loved. This was the same person I was talking to. This was the same person that we were friends together. We grew up together, went to the same school. So why would I just allow a little like chant or a little thing that it does just for fun to affect me? The mentality should change. We should support them. It is their identity. Whether we like it or not, we should support them, follow them through. If you have a child, love the child. If you have a brother, love the brother. Don't just feel that, oh, my religion is based on this, is based on that. We should support ourselves. All
right. Any reaction? Okay. All right. Next comment.
Bunch of jokers. So, let me not just use bad words on them. You guys are comedians, comedy people. And moving on to others, would you like to say something before we move on to others?
Just final news. It's so appalling how activists will rather indulge in dividing something that is for the benefit of the community than come together to build something for the community. It shows us that we are the troubles and problems of our own community. It's not homophobia, it's not ketos. The people who get, the people who set us up, the people who beat us, the people who abuse us are still our own people. I know many people will say, oh, it's wrong to say that, but this is the reality of our community, and we need to change by addressing it first and accepting this is what we have been doing and changing our ways. Unless we will get the same result, it will just be different names, different faces, and different organization each time.
Thank you very much for that. So moving on to our other news. This news should have even been the major news of the phone because this news is like very, very hot. But we've already added, said that we had it to this news. So moving on to the other news, there was a video, we played the video now of a particular boy that was beaten up by ketos, that was keto. Just take a look at it before we talk about it.
See, I'm not confirm homo. Not confirm homo. In the chatting, follow me. See, I'm not confirm homo. Not confirm homo. Not confirm homo. In the do homo. Now be say guy. In the do homo. See, I'm homo. It won't do homo. Come on, the road. Homo. In the do homo.
So now that you guys have seen that video, you've seen it. Particularly people beat up this guy, even naked him to the point that he's a very young boy. You can see from that video, that boy is very young. He should not be more than 20 years old. The high should be like 20 years. The oldest he could be is 20 years. Was beaten, was humiliated and disgraced. Now it's not news. We see this kind of videos in Nigeria where people get killed, strip naked because for being gay, for being lesbian. It's all over. It's something that is trendy. But we just like to talk to you. Like just talk about this for the day. Because this video, another news is like this boy is number one, very, very young. I'm not even thinking that he's, for some people at the same number, he'll be like 18 or 19. But he looks very, very young. From the voice, from the way he gesture, from the way he was acting, even the way he was. He looked like someone that was very, very young. So we'll just talk about this. You guys have seen the video now. So, Chimerezi, what do you feel about this before I give my own opinion?
To be honest, like my head is all over the place, but the one thing that sits with me is why? That is the only question in my mind. Why? Why would people beat up a young child? Yeah, do they feel by beating him and embarrassing him that will change his sexuality? Do they feel, okay, this is a form of a therapy? Why? Do they think that, okay, this is what they deserve? Why will you treat any human being in that way when you know yourself will not want to be in that position? How did he get to that situation? Is it that he doesn't? There's a lot of questions to ask in this video. Did he not take the right measures? Did he check where he was going through? Far from that, we also know the case of one of our activists who also got killed. And when watching his video, even before coming, to the studio today, I'm like, he did everything. This activist already knows how to check for this, how to read body language, have to take all the right measures, but he still fell a victim of ketos. And the thing is that why do they do these things? What do they benefit from it? I feel the only thing we could do now is to address the rate of ketos and how we get set up in the community. I feel this young boy should be given a craft. He needs a form of therapy because right now he will be battling between his sexuality and why he's born that way. He's going to go through a lot of trauma. I'm just looking at it from his own angle. I'm looking at it from what was stolen from him. How is he going to recover from this? Not everybody is as strong as that. I want to also tell him, if you get to watch this video anytime or anyway, we are with you. We love you. We know things like this happen, and I don't want to say that this is part of our pain, but this is also part of our LGBTQ life, which is sad and appalling.
So I don't think I have anything much because it's a new thing. So it's not a new thing like that. It's not a new thing in Nigeria where people tend to pick on LGBTQI community members, tend to use them as scapegoats. They tend to attack them, lynch them, mock them, dehumanize them. All sorts of things are done to the LGBTQI community members. But the big question, or the million-dollar question, which is on the lips of everybody, is that when will this stop? That is the million-dollar question. Because it seems like to be an unending case on, oh, we reported this happened in Kwara, this happened in Benue, happened in Kano, from the sentencing to death in Kano, to the beating up in Benue, to the LGBTQI, to the Daycare Foundation scandal. Now foundations are not trained LGBTQI.
Do you ever think that this kind of stories will end from a country like Nigeria?
I don't think it will end until we start getting.
Even if we legalize same-sex in Nigeria, I don't think this type of stories will end. Are you getting
like
my
I've always
point?
said, it's not a silver bullet. Yeah, I get your point, and you're absolutely correct. Because to be honest, you're right. I've always said it before that it's not a silver bullet. The law is not a silver. When we talked about that law, it is not a silver bullet that will cure everything. But the law is the what it's very, very difficult, because when the law is there, at least you know that it ends police brutality. One thing I've told people, I said it doesn't end the public attacks. It doesn't change the mindset of the community of the community towards LGBT community. So you can be sure of one thing, that at least you are guaranteed under the law, you are entitled to police care.
At least some form of justice.
Yes, whether you will get it, yes, some form of justice. Whether you will get it or not, it's a different ballgame. So we know that majority of our officers, whether Navy, police, they are they are religious people. They are either Christians or Muslims.
As you're speaking now, I just feel that this is when the conversation of keto being a very profitable business should be talked about. Because when you did mention the police, I remember when I told you about my own keto story when we were still doing Q Talk, like episode 2. I told you one of them that came in claimed to be a police officer. So there are officers in Nigeria that works with all these ketories to make sure that this operation goes smoothly. Corrupt officers.
Like I said again, they are very religious people, and religion will play a big part where they will look the other way around and say, "Oh, I'm not interested. My religion fans against it," or they just keep a blind eye to it. So, but at least you know that when the law is there, it gives you some form of justice. But I said the best way that we can make this thing become something extreme is when we start following up our values and putting humanity first. I think humanity is the biggest step forward. Then following up comes second. Humanity being that's why I tell people I'm impressed with the kind of 21st century generation we're having. People might call them all sorts of names that, oh, this generation, they are backward, they've lost their morals, they've lost their this, they've lost their that. But one thing I say about this generation is that this generation are not as inhumane as the previous generation. They are not quick to lynch. They are more social media or attacking. They might just call something that the highest they will do is just insult the festival, this idiot, this and that, this and that. Still, they are not people that will be willing to maybe show you.
They are not barbaric like the old generation.
Not barbaric people or inhumane people. And one thing again that also plays a big role is poverty. Whether I like it or not, there are many people that poverty has pushed them now to become people because they have no job, no means of livelihood. They now see keeping people as an occupation. It's basically an occupation to them.
Yes,
not
it's a booming business now.
Yeah, not like they care or anything. Not like they even give a fuck about anything. Those people they would even be willing to even tender their ass for 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira. They will tender their ass to satisfy.
Can you do more explanation about tendering their ass? What do you mean? I didn't get that point.
That means that if somebody says that I'll pay 200,000 to enter, to gladly tender.
Yes, that's true. So just as sex work is,
just as just started in my ear, just funny. So they will gladly join sex for pay. So gladly, what I meant that they will gladly tender their ass. They will tender
sex for pay.
Penetrated, yes. But yeah, there will be some people bashing people because they've not had the opportunity, they don't have money. They don't have money. So this one, they are willing to do anything for money. They become savages. So that's the kind of people we have in the keto community these days. Just pure savages. People going about trying to look for what they can get, what is flying, what is calling under this thing. And it's time for, we will call on, one thing again I will call on is the LGBTQI community. What are you guys doing? Are you guys just sleeping, collecting money and looking for reactive, just dozing in your sleep, in your slumber?
Another question I want to ask
why are you guys trying to put an end to this menace, to this madness going on in the LGBT community member? Because we're going to ask you guys, what is your call to action? What are you guys doing? So maybe you can carry on now. Just have to.
I know, I understand. I just have a question in my head. I'm like, I know most of those people that go looking for hookup. Is it that the community is not big enough to have sex from the community? Why there's so much desire to look for sex outside of the community?
These people pose as members of the community. So you would not, probably a lot of people hook up with these people. I would say with my full chest that 80% of these cases are people that hook up with them on LGBTQI platforms like Grindr, like Tinder, like Facebook, like Instagram, that they pretend to be the catfish to the LGBT community.
That is the thing. Grindr is not our community. Are you getting my point? Like we know
Grindr is supposed to be. the app for
Kind of Grinder.
LGBT.
Grinder is a platform anybody can just get on Grinder. That's what I'm trying to say.
Anybody,
But
for anybody to claim to be an LGBTQI member, how sure can you be? The LGBTQI members that live on my street and I do not know them till just last week, some till just last month, some till just last year.
you're
So
still right.
just,
Yes, there's always
there are
loophole.
many,
There are
there
so
are many
many
community
loopholes.
members that do not know my business. One particular person I was even shocked. We used to attend the same church, and I found out that he was an LGBT community just last month when we were having like an interaction session. He said, "Oh, I saw your YouTube channel." I was just like, "Some my YouTube channel has that." So I'm like a member of the community. I've always known you from church.
But anyways, my point is still try and verify. Try and verify before you go out
Verification is a different thing. That's why I said you cannot be 100% sure. You're actually right on the verification level. But that's why I said that most times some people just fall victims of these people because they are actually just falling victims of these people catfish so well. They know all the slogans for being an LGBTQI member from the top, bottom, verse, douching. They know all the slogans, all the words. So you can't be, you feel like I even do a video call to show you their face, show you their Instagram, and only for you to find out that they're actually just.
They even show you everything you ask them to show you.
Yeah.
And you know, in the surprising case of Victor Wonder, the guy talked to him for, even in my own case, the guy pretended to be like in love for 4 weeks long, for a whole month, even getting to 2 months, and you feel honestly like you're in a relationship with a very genuine person because the person knows all the languages like you spoke about. By the end of the whole day, you get there, your eyes will be open to the wonders of horror. So it only shows you how, like you said before, inhumane humans are. And that's my last word for that topic. Over to you, Mr. Chaffo.
Thank you very much for that final submission. I think we said it all. We continue to think on stories like developing stories. This should have been a breaking news because there's still a lot of angles that I wanted to touch, but because we have to make it Monday, and on Monday we have to bring it the hottest way, the hottest news possible. No matter how much we have to bring it hot. That's our. And moving on finally to what we did over the weekend, or what we did over last week. So, Chimureze, would you like to go first? Or should I go first? Oh, I think.
Over the weekend, we had the Ghanaian anti-law bill that is in Parliament that's about to be passed. We had a protest concerning that. I was there, but on the way there, the TTC, I never knew the TTC was going to have like a breakdown or a services. So I got there, I arrived there very late, but I met some of the organizers of the protest. We had a little chit chat and they promised to get back to us. So when they get back to us, we'll definitely let the community know, and they're going to tell us their story. They're going to tell us how we can help. But right now, the petition link should be somewhere over in this video. If you want to help sign the petition, please sign the petition so that they can take this petition. They say they are taking it to the consulate so that they can take it to the consulate and see how they can, one way or the other, help make sure that this bill is not passed into law. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? I don't know, but this weekend, make sure you subscribe, tell your friends. We are going to be giving you a full details concerning the protest before, after, and what they plan to do. And over the weekend again, we had the ballroom, the curriculum ballroom this weekend in Toronto. Like usual, Q Talk, we were there and we had an amazing time. We have a new mother of Constantine. We have a new face, or a new mother rather, of the house of Constantine. We're going to give you more details or highlight on the ballroom too, so that you guys can get to know the house fathers, and which house walked during the ball. So please make sure you subscribe to get all that. So this weekend was loaded with a lot of, community activities for me.
Okay, I would say my own weekend was a little bit boring, but we just had some things I did during the week. So I think the only thing I had during the week was when I visited Radisson. Was a nice experience because it happens to be fun of Kiwitok. I'm surprised that we have fans, like top fans, like fans that are actually doing well. So this person actually works with an airline, works with an airline. I'm not mentioning the airline, he's a fan of what. Oh my God, Q, I saw you this thing. You're a fan. Can we just talk? Can we just chill? Can we just cheese? And I went there.
To all our fans, so chill.
So we just had wine. We had wine. We talked about the community members over here, how the LGBT community members help over here, this and that. Just talk about everything. You asked me, it was almost like a mini interview session. Asking me, what inspired you? What gave you goodness? In a country like this, and that's something I was asking over this country too. How is it? Because it comes from, it's actually a Manchester, it's a UK citizen from Manchester City. So I was asking, so how is it like? I know a lot of people have done the groundwork for them. Their forefathers, the LGBTQI community members, they've done a lot of groundwork. I said it's actually nice. A lot of LGBTQI activists are coming up now, trying to do the groundwork so the future generation of LGBTQI members will not have to suffer. I said it's just actually good at least. So what is actually inspires me from my own case, that I've seen a lot of LGBTQI activists that are abroad, that are Nigerians. I will not be the first Nigerian. I will not be the second. I will not be the third. I said that you mentioned names of LGBTQI activists that are Nigerians. But I said the only difference I saw about was that the fact I was in Nigeria, unlike the rest are actually abroad. And that actually struck me and touched me because that's a good point. On my dear, sometimes it's something to leave because of your state. It's a good thing that people are praising. If I get through an inside prison one day, somebody arrests me, one day I have a case, how would I solve it out? So sometimes people leave because of their state. It's not like you don't want to leave. But on the other hand, I feel like if the community members actually united, it would be much more better. Just have to say that. And what I did over the weekend was just sell catches and chill and just watch movies. That was just basically. I even want people to watch. Okay, what queer movie did I see this weekend? The queer movie I saw this weekend. I'm still the movie again for the second time. It's Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water is a very, very good movie. I will not go into it. It's actually on YouTube. If you search it on YouTube, it's actually made by Nigerian LGBTQI connection. Yes, and that movie is really, really fantastic. That movie is fantastic. The short movie, but you guys should check it out. Very, very good. That's what I just had to say. So guys, just comment and tell us what you saw over the weekend, what you did over the weekend, what you're doing, and how your weekend too went. Don't feel free to comment. Tell us what you did over the weekend too. Tell us your opinions about any of the stories that we shared. Please feel free to comment and tell your friends to subscribe, share our videos, like, and you know now we're always here to do this back to back till tomorrow. You know, we have to drop it in the hot. The next episode.